Picture this. You walk into your local grocery store, and the shelves are shockingly empty. Items you've relied on for years, gone. Prices that seem unreal? They're the new norm. This isn't a distant scenario. It's happening already. Global forces are colliding. Export restrictions, poor harvests, and endless shipping delays. Supply chains are breaking down, leaving store managers scrambling with half-filled orders. While most people haven't noticed yet, those paying attention know what's coming in August. You have to be ready before these shortages hit hard. That's why in this video, I'm revealing 10 essential grocery items you need to stockpile now. By the time we get to number 3, you'll understand why waiting could cost you more than just money. Don't leave your pantry empty when it counts most. Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly what to grab before it's too late. 10. The hidden crisis of cooking oils. Think you're safe picking up your usual bottle of cooking oil this August? Think again. The world's supply of cooking oils is getting squeezed from every direction, creating a domino effect on availability and cost. For starters, Canada's canola production has hit historic lows, with harvest yields down 35% due to devastating drought conditions, the worst the region has faced in decades. South America isn't faring much better. Extreme weather has decimated soybean crops across the continent, with meteorologists labeling it a once-in-50-years phenomenon. To top it off, Indonesia, the global giant behind over 50% of the world's palm oil, has clamped down on exports, a move that's disrupting international supply chains and sending shockwaves across global markets. The ripple effect? Prices for specialty oils like sesame, avocado, and your go-to bottle of olive oil have spiked by as much as 80% since the start of the year. A Chicago chef recently revealed that her restaurant has had to cut certain dishes entirely because the cost of avocado oil skyrocketed from $45 to $89 a gallon in less than 6 months. What's your plan when lower shelves and higher price tags meet you at the store? Act now. Stock up on versatile oils that are both shelf-stable and multifunctional. Coconut oil is an excellent choice, boasting a shelf life of 2 to 3 years, while doubling as a cooking essential and even having uses in first aid. Avocado oil, prized for its incredibly high smoke point of $520 an effer, is ideal for frying and grilling. Refined olive oil is another smart pick for its longevity compared to its extra virgin counterpart. Store these oils in cool, dark places, and for long-term preservation, transfer them to amber glass or metal containers. Skipping this prep could mean you'll miss out on these kitchen essentials when prices climb even higher. 9. The double threat of formula and pet nutrition. If you have a baby or a furry friend at home, the next wave of shortages and price increases could seriously affect your household. Baby formula remains a critical pain point across the country. While there was a slight recovery post-2022's crisis, the system is still fragile. Abbott Nutrition, a major player in the industry, recently flagged delays in production during July, sparking early panic buying in several regions. Parents are finding shelves emptier and formulas pricier, with prices jumping around 15% for standard options and as much as 25% for specialty varieties. A sealed container of powdered baby formula can last up to 2 years, making it a wise investment to stock up before shortages worsen. Pet owners are also feeling the heat. The pet food industry isn't just struggling with sourcing challenges, it's also battling aluminum shortages that are causing a slowdown in canned food production. Meanwhile, global freight costs have risen over 300% since 2023, driving up the price of raw ingredients required for pet food. The result? Many pet owners are forced to switch brands due to dwindling supplies of their usual choice. A veterinarian recently emphasized that this sudden dietary change is leaving pets with digestive issues, adding unnecessary stress to families. What's the solution? Start building a reserve now. Aim for a 3 to 6 month supply of your baby's preferred formula and your pet's specific food brand. Gradual stockpiling allows you to avoid panic buying while also giving you time to compare prices and find deals. For pet food, airtight pest-proof containers such as Gamma Seal buckets are ideal for keeping dry food fresh. If your pet follows a strict diet, it's a good idea to test a couple of backup options now to ensure you're not dealing with surprises later. Securing both baby formula and pet food is critical to maintaining peace of mind in the months to come. 8. Frozen vegetables are your nutrition insurance. Frozen vegetables are often overlooked until they're missing from the freezer aisle, a scenario that's becoming increasingly common. Just last week, a Target store struggled to keep its freezers even partially stocked, with items like frozen corn and green beans notably absent. The shortage doesn't start at the retail level. It's the result of compounding factors, including poor weather reducing crop yields, fewer raw veggies reaching processing plants, and packaging material shortages further throttling production. These challenges have pushed wholesale prices for frozen vegetables up by 18% compared to last year, and certain blends are climbing even faster. Why do frozen vegetables matter more than you think? Nutritionally, they're often a smarter option than fresh veggies. Because they're flash frozen at peak ripeness, they retain vitamins, antioxidants, and other nutrients that fresh produce begins to lose just days after harvest. Most frozen vegetables can last between 8 to 12 months in a standard freezer, offering versatility and a reliable source of nutrition throughout the year. To prepare, focus on creating variety in your freezer stash. Grab packs of mixed vegetables, stir-fry blends, and essentials like broccoli or spinach. These options allow you to adapt to a range of recipes while ensuring your family has access to necessary nutrients. For good stock management, label each bag with the purchase date and rotate your items on a first-in, first-out basis. An organized freezer is key to avoiding waste and maximizing your stockpile. With shortages likely to intensify in August, frozen vegetable prices could balloon by another 20%, making proactive stocking a financially savvy move. 7. Brewing trouble. Coffee and tea shortages. For many, coffee and tea aren't just beverages, they're daily rituals. But if you rely on these staples to kickstart your mornings, brace yourself. The global coffee supply is in turmoil, and tea isn't far behind. Brazil, the world's largest coffee producer, recently experienced its most devastating frost in 27 years. Entire coffee farms were decimated, and the damage will take years to recover from. This disaster has already driven Arabica coffee futures up by an astonishing 55% this year. A veteran coffee roaster with over 30 years of experience described the current state as unprecedented, warning that we could see retail coffee prices double by the holidays. Tea supplies are also under serious strain. Key producers like India, Kenya, and China are grappling with climate-related challenges that have stifled production and driven green tea prices up by 40% since spring. Premium blends are becoming almost impossible to source, with many stockists raising their prices to reflect dwindling availability. What can you do to prepare? For coffee lovers, buying whole bean coffee in bulk is a smart move. Dividing those beans into smaller portions, vacuum sealing them, and storing them in your freezer will keep them flavorful for up to 2 years. Instant coffee is another excellent option, since it's practically indestructible on the shelf and lasts indefinitely. When it comes to tea, prioritize loose-leaf varieties stored in sealed foil packages or vacuum tins. Under the right conditions, high-quality tea remains fresh for years. A crucial note for coffee storage: never refrigerate beans unless vacuum sealed for freezing. Refrigeration introduces moisture and odors, ruining their flavor profile. Waiting until these items are scarce could mean paying exorbitant prices for what was once a humble cup. 6. The specialty essentials shortfall. If your pantry staples include ethnic or imported goods, now is the time to bolster your supply. Specialty items like sauces, spices, and pantry basics from around the world are becoming increasingly scarce and expensive due to tariffs and supply chain disruptions. A 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada and a 10% increase on Chinese imports have already inflated costs, but shipping delays and sourcing issues are the real culprits. Small family-run ethnic stores are being hit especially hard. One Asian market owner recently shared how the price of Sichuan peppercorns nearly doubled in a single month. Meanwhile, a beloved bottle of Zhenjiang vinegar that sold for $3.50 in May is now priced at $8.95. Even staples like sesame paste and soy sauce are contending with 6 to 8 week shipment delays. Restaurants have started stockpiling these items in bulk, knowing that once supplies run dry, alternative options may either be non-existent or cost prohibitive. The good news: many specialty food products come with exceptionally long shelf lives. Soy sauce, for instance, can last for decades when kept in a cool, dark pantry. Specialty vinegars improve with age, and oils like sesame and chili can remain stable for years if unopened. Now is the perfect time to shop at local ethnic markets. These smaller retailers often have direct relationships with importers and stock deeper reserves than larger grocery chains, making it easier to find these essentials at more reasonable prices. Acting now ensures you'll be well equipped with the flavors and ingredients you love before they become increasingly difficult or impossible to replenish. 5. Line, flour and baking supplies under fire. The baking aisle is under siege, and some of the most essential ingredients are disappearing fast. The U.S. is facing its lowest production of whole wheat flour in over a decade, a trend that's been exacerbated by instability in global exports from Ukraine and ongoing climate issues. Severe drought in Australia and flash floods in Kansas have further weakened already tight wheat reserves. The result: prices have spiraled upward. A bag of King Arthur all-purpose flour climbed from $4.50 in March to $6.60 by July, with experts estimating it could reach $9 by October if the current trajectory continues. It doesn't stop at flour. Sugar production has also taken a hit, with El Niño bringing some of the worst growing conditions in over 10 years. This has driven up sugar prices by a jaw-dropping 75% in just 4 weeks for bulk buyers. Even yeast, a small but essential component for home baking, has landed back on shortage lists, with 68% of bakeries reporting sourcing challenges. The key to navigating this crisis is diversification. Stockpile a variety of flours, including all-purpose bread and specialty options like whole wheat or almond flour, depending on your baking needs. Store your flour in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers to extend its shelf life from less than a year to several years. Sugar, too, should be stored in airtight containers to prevent it from clumping due to moisture. Don't forget baking powder, salt, and yeast. These seemingly minor essentials can make or break any baking project. Without proper planning, baking at home could soon become just as costly as buying pre-made goods, leaving you short on both budget and supplies. Acting now to secure these essentials will help you weather both rising prices and scarcity. 4. The silent strength of powdered milk. Powdered milk may not be the flashiest pantry staple, but its value skyrockets during shortages. Right now, dairy prices are climbing sharply, up nearly 20% since January, due to increasing feed costs, labor shortages, and weather disasters disrupting production. The USDA predicts another price spike before the holidays, meaning a $3 under on an inilegok. 99 box of non-fat powdered milk could land in the $7 range by early 2026. Given its versatility and stability, powdered milk is a crucial item to stockpile now, before prices climb even higher. The beauty of powdered milk lies in its longevity. When stored properly, sealed in nitrogen-flushed cans with oxygen absorbers, non-fat powdered milk can last up to 25 years. Whole milk powder, on the other hand, has a much shorter lifespan due to its fat content and will only last 6 to 12 months before it turns rancid. However, you can mimic the taste and texture of whole milk by mixing non-fat powder with shelf-stable creamers or coconut milk powder, opening up a world of culinary possibilities. More than just a backup for your coffee or breakfast cereal, powdered milk works wonders in baking, smoothies, yogurt making, and emergency infant formula recipes. Once opened, powdered milk should be transferred to airtight glass jars and used up within a few months. Reports of pancakes made from 10-year-old stored powdered milk tasting just like fresh batter are a testament to its reliability. During a food crisis, powdered milk transforms from a pantry afterthought into a vital source of protein and a multi-purpose staple. It also holds bartering power, especially when fresh milk prices hit an expected $7 a gallon this winter. By stockpiling powdered milk now, you're safeguarding your family's nutritional needs and maybe even enjoying that morning latte in peace while others scramble to find fresh dairy. 3. Canned goods as crisis superstars. Canned goods have long been the backbone of emergency pantries, but this August, they're at risk of becoming much harder to find. The aluminum shortage is the stealth factor driving this crisis. Major U.S. can manufacturers have already scaled back production by up to 30%, leaving grocery store managers to contend with receiving only half of their requested canned shipments. The issue extends beyond packaging. Extreme weather events are crushing agriculture as well. California's Central Valley, known for its tomato crops, has faced significant yield drops. Sweet corn production in the Midwest is down, while South American bean harvests continue to underperform. When packaging issues collide with diminished crop yields, the result is fewer canned goods on store shelves. Prices for canned goods have already risen by 15 to 20% since the spring, and they could see sharper spikes as fall approaches and holiday stocking begins. A well-rounded emergency food supply should include a variety of canned goods, vegetables, fruits, beans, soups, and meats. Interestingly, store-brand canned items are a hidden gem. Despite being made in many of the same facilities as their name-brand counterparts, they typically cost 30 to 40% less, making them an affordable and effective option for stockpiling. To avoid waste, label each can with its purchase date and practice a strict rotation system. Aim for 50 to 60 cans per person in your household to ensure you have enough backup when fresh food becomes scarce. Canned goods are more than just food during a crisis. They're peace of mind. They're highly versatile, with options to create entire meals, stretch other ingredients, or serve as a tradable commodity in a true shortage situation. Acting now ensures that even if fresh food aisles turn bare, your pantry remains full. 2. Beans and lentils. The budget-friendly superstars. Beans and lentils may be simple, but they're nutritional powerhouses poised to become hot commodities during shortages. With prices already surging, stockpiling these versatile ingredients has never been more critical. Argentina, one of the largest bean exporters, is in the grip of a historic drought, drastically cutting output and export capacity. Organic bean varieties have already climbed nearly 40% year over year, driven by tight supply and increased demand from plant-based food trends. Products like lentil pasta, chickpea snacks, and high-protein soups illustrate just how popular these legumes have become, further stretching supply chains. Bulk sections in grocery stores are already showing signs of strain, with bins emptying faster than they can be replenished. Additionally, the rising cost of canned beans per pound is pushing shoppers to look toward dried options. The good news: dried beans and lentils, when stored properly, can last 25 to 30 years. To ensure longevity, store them in airtight containers in a cool, dry place and add bay leaves to ward off pests. These humble legumes are far from just survival food. They're incredibly versatile. They can be the base for soups and stews, blended into spreads, tossed into salads, or even used in baked goods for a protein and fiber boost. The inflation-proof nature of dried beans and lentils makes them a must-have for any pantry. With black beans jumping from $1.50 to over $2.70 per pound in just a few months, the writing is on the wall. Prices will continue to climb as availability shrinks. Stockpile now, and you'll not only save money, but also have a reliable, nutritious food source at your fingertips when other options run dry. 1. Rice and oats, the stability staples. Rice and oats are the cornerstones of any long-term food supply, and they're under immense pressure globally. India, the world's largest rice exporter, has imposed a 20% export duty to manage domestic supply, while the US has added tariffs of up to 50% on some Indian rice imports. These measures are already driving retail prices upward, with that $25 bag of basmati rice now set to skyrocket. Some wholesalers are even rationing bulk rice sales, prioritizing restaurant orders over individual buyers. Oats are similarly strained. Canadian grain-growing regions faced a double hit of drought and flooding, drastically impacting yields. Since the spring, wholesale oat prices have increased by 18%. This uptick is already trickling into the price of oat-based products like granola, snack bars, and oat milk. The good news: both white rice and oats are excellent candidates for long-term storage. When sealed properly in airtight containers and kept in cool, dry areas, white rice can last 30 years or more. Brown rice, unfortunately, doesn't have the same longevity due to its higher oil content, which limits its shelf life to around 6 months. Oats, especially rolled or steel-cut, can keep for up to 2 years in the right conditions. To guard against pests, adding bay leaves to your airtight containers is a smart precautionary move. If recent patterns hold, such as the 30% one-month surge in rice prices during 2022, these staples are bound to become costlier and harder to find. Failing to stock up now could leave your pantry bare and your budget stretched beyond capacity. Investing time in preparing your supply of rice and oats now ensures you have these versatile, filling ingredients on hand when the market becomes too volatile. Bonus stockpile essentials. Bonus point 1. The versatility of spices and seasonings. When you think of stockpiling essentials, your mind might go straight to pantry staples like rice or canned goods. But spices and seasonings are the underrated heroes of any food storage plan. Picture this: no matter how many pounds of rice, beans, or canned vegetables you have on hand, mealtime could quickly lose its appeal without the ability to add flavor. Stocking up on spices like salt, pepper, garlic powder, chili flakes, turmeric, and even specialty seasoning blends is a smart move that enhances your stockpile immensely. Global trade disruptions paired with increasing demand are already driving up the cost of spices. Some varieties like saffron, nutmeg, and vanilla have seen prices soar over the last year. Even common staples like black pepper are becoming pricier due to inconsistent harvests in major exporting countries. The incredible thing about spices is their long shelf life when stored properly. Dried spices can last anywhere from 3 to 5 years when kept in airtight containers out of direct light and humidity. Salt, on the other hand, doesn't go bad at all, making it a truly timeless investment. Spices are more than just a flavor booster. They offer added nutritional and medicinal benefits. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory powerhouse, while cinnamon can help regulate blood sugar levels. By prioritizing a versatile collection of seasonings, you'll turn basic pantry staples into meals that your family actually looks forward to eating. Bonus tip: grab bulk-size seasonings from wholesale clubs or ethnic stores to save money. Combine this with airtight storage, and you'll have a flavorful dining experience, no matter what shortages come your way. Bonus point 2. Vinegars and fermented staples. Vinegars are often overlooked in discussions about stockpiling, but they are incredibly versatile and durable, making them a must-have addition to your pantry. Whether it's white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar, or even rice vinegar, these multifunctional liquids can serve as a cooking aid, cleaning solution, and even a natural preservative. When stored in a cool, dark place, most vinegars boast an indefinite shelf life, especially if kept in glass bottles with tight seals. One of the key reasons to invest in vinegars is their role in food preservation. They can be used to pickle vegetables or create fermented foods like kimchi and sauerkraut, offering a way to extend the life of fresh produce before it spoils. Additionally, vinegar plays a critical role in home medicine remedies. It doubles as a throat soother for colds, or can be diluted to ease minor skin irritations. Specialty vinegars like balsamic even improve in flavor with age, transforming into gourmet-level ingredients for salads, marinades, or glazing roasted vegetables. Fermented staples also deserve a place in your prepping plan. Items like soy sauce, miso, and kimchi come with long shelf lives and tremendous flavor payoff. Soy sauce in particular is a standout. It can last indefinitely when unopened, providing a reliable option to season dishes even in an extended crisis. Fermented foods also benefit gut health, delivering probiotics that improve digestion and bolster immunity. By including a variety of vinegars and fermented goods in your stockpile, you're not just planning for nourishment, but for preserving health and culinary creativity during uncertain times. Bonus point 3. The life-saving potential of water filtration tools. While the focus of most stockpiles tends to be on food, water deserves equal, if not greater, attention. Bottled water is excellent for short-term emergencies, but what happens when supplies start to run out? Water filtration and purification tools are essential, giving you long-term peace of mind and an endless source of drinkable water. A reliable water filtration system, whether it's a countertop model, portable filtration bottles, or compact straws like the Life Straw, can turn unsafe water sources into clean, potable water. These tools are especially critical if you face a prolonged emergency where municipal water systems might falter or supply chains are disrupted. Filters like these remove pathogens, sediment, and harmful contaminants, ensuring that you and your family stay hydrated in any situation. If you're working on budget-friendly options, consider iodine tablets or water-purifying powder as backups. They are lightweight, affordable, and easy to store for years. For those with the space, rain collection barrels can be installed as an auxiliary water source. While these systems often require additional filtration before drinking, they can help fulfill secondary needs for cleaning or gardening during disruptions. The added benefit to water filtration tools is their adaptability to an array of emergencies, including natural disasters like hurricanes or power outages. With clean, drinkable water being a non-negotiable survival priority, investing in these tools is one of the smartest decisions you can make. It transforms a threatening situation into one where you maintain control and stability, even when faced with unexpected challenges. By incorporating these 3 bonus items, spices and seasonings, vinegars and fermented staples, and water filtration tools into your stockpile strategy, you're future-proofing your kitchen and your household's resilience. These additions go beyond mere survival. They ensure you maintain quality of life, health, and even a little joy during uncertain times.